Good morning, folks, from Dhaka once again. Right now, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna talk about as usual, my morning thoughts. Once in a while, I feel like things you think of when you're walking and stuff. So yeah, we're talking about that. So it's a non-fragrance related video. So if you feel like that's not your thing, maybe you can skip the video. But then yeah, I like to talk to people who have I believe there are a lot of people like who like to share their thoughts, they think as well. So the video is for you guys, all right? So basically, yeah, for the morning, this let me show you the scent of the morning. I went with something different. Today was very smoky and sort of like cold at the same time, very foggy, that kind of, not very foggy, but sort of like smoky morning. Some like smoke, incense, and then let's go with petroleum. Beautiful projection, beautiful, the floral notes that came. Still can smell it, pretty evident. Bit softer, went down bit softer because of the walk and stuff. Not really suited for walk, but then I wear whatever I want to wear. So yeah, so I went for walk. I was not feeling all that great, like physically I was not feeling all that well, but then yeah, I'm feeling better after breakfast and having some tea and whatnot. So yeah, I just thought like talk for a while, right? So today's topic I'm going to talk about, it's I thought this is important because it involves us, all of us humans. We are human beings. So the today's topic is worth of human lives. Like, what is our worth as a like in this world? What is the total net worth? Let's go, like, because I'm a student of economics back then, so we go of economics. But anyway, just like what is our value? Like, what is our purpose? What makes us beautiful? How can we improve ourselves? That sort of thing, right? So I have listed down like 7 points. Let's just talk 7 points, see if I can make some sense, and then see if I can get to your thoughts as well, right? So first one, like, as I mentioned, like, what is the human worth, right? So I think it's the price of human being. Like, each life matters, and every single life matters. No matter what race you are, what color you are, what financial status you have. I think every single human being is very special because we are indeed the best creation of God in this earth, right? So because we have the intellect, we also have like created all this civilized world. We built society, and then structure, infrastructure, and all that. So we have that much value, right? So first point is going to be respect, right? So what is respect? What is the importance of respect? See, respect is such a thing. It's not one-way traffic. Every time people think, like, in different countries, like our country, like Bangladesh, we usually like greet people, because we're Muslims, majority Muslims, so we greet people with salam. Salam means like hello, hi. And then in our religion it means more like like, may the blessings of Allah, like our God, shower you, like something like you may be blessed, something like that. So sometimes like people mean it, and then sometimes they just say salam to people who are like of better status. So basically that's not the purpose, I feel. But then you have to respect each other. One of our teachers back in the days of school, his name was Mr. Shaukat Ali. What a brilliant, he was crazy, by the way. He used to teach us a lot of various things that no one else taught us. So he told us, like, in our country, like, to address other people, we have different grades. Like, let's say we want to call you, right? Addressing as you. So in English it's pretty simple, you know but in Bengali we say like apni. Apni means, we call it apni as in like the elders. Tumi means our maybe similar like age and stuff, and we call tumi to people who are younger, basically. Yeah. So basically our teacher taught us, Mr. Shaukat Ali, he taught us, like, he used to call us all juniors, like our students and stuff. He used to address us apni. Apni means the highest grade, right? And then he's not supposed to, he's supposed to call us tumi. But then like, he showed us the respect. So we were like, sir, why do you address us like with so much respect? So he told us, in human life, every single person has their net worth value. They're special for something, and I'm not anyone that here to disrespect you. Just like the way you respect me as a student, I respect you as a student, and and human being. So basically I really like remember his lesson all my life. So respect is a mutual thing. It makes you a very beautiful human being. If you can learn to respect others, it's a broad concept. Like, if you can respect others' values, others' religions, it makes it so much more better place in the world. Like these days, I see so much hatred. It's just common. You guys all know what I'm talking about. Racial hatred. I'm better, you are worse. my religion is the best, I'm the best, you guys suck. That's just going on, forever. So it's just, my belief is everybody is, special in their own way and deserves respect no matter what their faith and all other stuff are. So another example is, sometimes I see religious people, some religious people are really like, there are different kind of religious people. Yeah, religion is good, here to motivate you, inspire you, but some religious people, they just, totally like extreme level, like they condemn everything. You cannot learn anything, it's everything is the taboo, like you cannot learn this, you cannot go anywhere, you cannot eat this, you cannot mix with people. And then the non-Muslims, they are like, bad people. And then this other side, there are some people who really get the religion and who are educated. These people, no matter, they're religious, they pray 5 times a day and what that, but at the same time, they listen to music, they appreciate their culture, they spend time with their family, and they represent the country. So that sort of open-minded, thing, respect for everything, for your country, your culture, make it a balance. That's what I think is like a very important thing, respect. So if you have respect, if you have self-respect, and you want people to respect you as well, show some respect to the other people's noses, like for example, fragrance community. If, for example, someone owns like only about 3 or 4 fragrances, he's just beginning the journey, don't look down on him like, oh, you're just your regular cheapies, that person not gonna feel that good. I mean, no one was born a genius, right? Everyone came to a certain extent, after working hard after the years. You of course didn't start with a niche fragrance, right? You started with a basic fragrance, and you treasure it. So sometimes, respect other people's choices. So first point is respect. Second is education, very very important. I think, to me, this is one of the most vital things, that makes human beautiful. Apart from all the other things I just mentioned, when you are educated, you read, you learn. Our religion also says go and learn. Go to different far places, go and learn. You learn about culture and whatnot. There's so many things to learn. It's a never-ending process, right? So when you're educated, what happens is it makes you such a beautiful person. You seem to have more courtesy, you seem to have more sophistication, more sensibility. You feel things differently. Not only you always think of yourself, you can think of others. You can think of broader sense in the world and whatnot. So education, yes, it's a must. If you're not educated, you're illiterate, there's no disrespect. Of course, I respect you, like, if you're, but at the same time, I see people, they're ignorant. When you're ignorant, what happens is you start to hate what you don't know. I mentioned this few days ago. Like you being in a room or the house where you live in, you don't travel anywhere, and you don't know anything about the rest of the world. And then someone comes and tells you, like in media, like, this country's all terrorists, and this country's all, immigrants and bullshit, this all poverty. Without even knowing or checking, you're just gonna believe them like blind, sheeps. I mean, that kind of thing is like kind of sad. So for me, what I really believe is, it's not possible. Even if you go for higher studies and whatnot, have some basic study, try to learn, read. It will teach you a lot of things. It will teach you manners, it will make you a gentleman, it will make you a person you can have a conversation with, intellectual conversation with, and you're gonna feel like, you can exchange views and stuff. So it's a beautiful thing, education. So human beings, life is worth because people have education. They learn, their knowledge, that's why they're worth so much. Third, kindness and courtesy, all of them basically related to each other. Why you have to show courtesy and kindness? There was a time, like when we were back in the school days, like when we were kids, we were like 14 maybe, so we're playing cricket in our campus, right? Just we used to live in a quarter, so we're just playing cricket. And then suddenly we saw a rickshaw puller. Rickshaw means those tricycle in Bangladesh people, they pull with their legs. You see only India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, that kind of countries. So yeah, so they have passengers usually at the back, and they're like pulling. In India, they pull with their hands. So one of these rickshaw pullers, old guy, he was crying. So I was like, why is he crying? Then we went to him, like, me and my friend, we went to him like, what happened? He's like, no, have you seen this one guy? He came here with pack of mangoes and stuff. And I'm like, okay, no. Like, he came this way, and then he came and he went around whole day. He took me half day around the city, and he owed me like 500 taka. Taka means our currency. So 500 taka is a lot of money for people. Back then, imagine, like, it's a lot of money, whole day's income, right? And then that guy ran away. I know that this kind of people exist. It's just sad, and then just terrible. It's disgusting. So, and he was crying, like he lost whole day's income, and they basically depend on, because in a country like here, people who are extremely poor, hardworking people, lower income people, So they count on that kind of income, and then imagine you lose it. So I was like, yeah, we tried to find the guy. He was nowhere to be seen. He actually apparently took the other gate and he ran away. So basically, yeah, there are sick freaks like that, you know. So what we did was like, you know, I just felt like, no, we have to do something for this guy. So we, as a student, you know, back then we used to have only few bucks. So basically, we were not rich. So we were like middle class families, right? But then we had the idea. So I was like, let's go, guys. We have about, I think around 100 something, not 100, maybe less than 100 flats. So basically, we thought we just go, and then we go every door we knock, and we tell them to donate something so we can give this guy. And basically, you know, it just came because comes from humanity, you know. It comes from kindness, and you know, like, not courtesy, is kindness, you know. You feel someone is in pain, you want to help them out. That's your duty as a human being. So we collected more than 500, like, we say alhamdulillah, because thank God, you know, it was such a good thing, you know. I was so happy. One of the uncles, he himself gave us like 200 bucks. So I was like so happy, and I was excited because I know, you know, that guy's waiting. So we collected about 700, I think 750. We gave it to him, and imagine his face lighten up, like, you know, his tears like still dropping, but he's happy. He was like hugging us, and he was like, I'll pray for you, God bless. You know, I'm not bragging about this incident, but it's one of my most proud moments of my life, you know. So try to look for those sort of opportunities we can help out people. Sometimes you see on the street someone threw banana peel on the road, right? Don't feel embarrassed and stuff, like, no one is cleaning it, why should I clean it, you know? Go and do something different, you know. Doing good deeds really makes a difference. One kind act can change the whole world. One drop of water, you know, like, drops of water makes like a ocean, right? So always remember, no single act of mercy or kindness gonna go unpaid. All right, so there you go. That's why human beings are so special. Kindness, the heart is, you know, there. Next is discipline. See, as I told you, in our religion it says we are the most best creation of God. Like, our God is Allah. So, like, you know, your different religion, you know, I know that you guys, you know, you have different faiths, and you know. So why is discipline? What is discipline? Discipline basically is you have a routine in life, you know. You have a certain pattern, you know. You have to have a, like, a, how to say, discipline as in, like, you know, you wake up in the morning and you have your breakfast, water and whatnot, go for a walk, do some jogging, you know, say your prayers and whatnot, and also you go eat properly, drink, in the meantime do your work, sleep on time. So you follow a pattern. So when you do a discipline, what happens is your system, you know, it comes to a balance, you know. If you do something extreme, like, for example, people who drink, you know, I have seen people who drink day and night, you know. I don't know, like that. And some people are workaholic, and some people are so much into their, you know, other stuff, you know, like extremely busy, you know. So they don't have discipline, so they don't have the timing, they don't have time to sleep, or, you know, other stuff. So when you are disciplined, what happens is, you know, like, what to expect or how to overcome it, and you always have a plan. You don't panic, you know. So yeah, try to get a discipline. And then, you know, like in army, or you see in the morning you go, like the school we used to do back then, like, what do you call the morning, that sort of the, I cannot remember the word, what you used to morning, you know, like, it was exercise and stuff before you start the class, the PT classes, yeah, PT. So yeah, so when you have that sort of discipline, what happens is, you know, you know, like, you're not far off from the reality. So yeah, so basically it will be easier for you to face the world, you know. So if you're sick, you know how to take care of yourself. If you're in, you know, like, changing your jobs, or you're going in transition, so you know how to handle those situations better. So I think, you know, animals, they don't have that sort of discipline. We can train ourselves to be disciplined, and that can make us special. All right, next one is helpful. I already talked about because I want to talk about my story here. So basically I covered it, the kindness. So kindness and helpfulness, you know. Maybe just one additional point, like, on the, you know, sometimes you see people, like, you know, old people, they cannot they're carrying heavy bags and stuff, you know. They're trying to cross the road, blind people trying to cross the road. It's not your duty, it's not a must, you know. You see in the bus, you let go the seat for older people, ladies. It's not a must, you know. Not everyone has to do it, there's no rule. But the thing is, you know, sometimes if you can be helpful, like, you know, it's normal. Most of the people, I think, who are nice people, they are very helpful. You know, be helpful in the community. Try to help out each other, carry their bags, make someone cross the road. If you see a puppy or cat falling into the hole or something, help it out. Okay, that makes us special. All right, next one. Okay, I think I'll skip because like it's getting a bit longer, so I'll skip this one and I go to the last one. All right, the last one is love. I really want to do like a separate section and segment for this particular topic because it's a wide range of concept. You know, it's like so much to talk about. But basically, I just one or two things about love. People, you know, we have sometimes maybe our limited abilities and stuff, like we don't have so much powers and stuff financially, or not that strong, powerful people, but our, you know, ability to love is unlimited. If you guys feel what I'm saying to you, right? You can love as much as you want. You can love a person, you can love anything, your pet, your work, your passion. You can love unlimited, you know, and that's what can take you higher and higher. You can go like to the Mount Everest with the sort of love. It's up to you if you want to love or not. But then, you know, one thing I just want to mention about love these days, I just notice a lot people having so much breakups and all that thing. Yeah, person, I gone through that as well. But you know, I'm realizing, you know, people are like not constant. People are not potatoes, you know, they're not constant, like same shape until you cook and eat them. They're all the way same. We change, we evolve with time, right? We realize different things. Sometimes you're kind, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're romantic, sometimes you're douchebags, you know. So yeah, we go through that phase. No one is an angel, no one is a total devil. But then, you know, one thing I learned recently is just I'm trying to adopt is try to be a bit carefree. Don't try to be so possessive and so hold on to something, depend your life onto someone, and then when they go away and you are totally lost. You know, this thing really it's just sharing with you. If you guys know, if you've been there, you know, learn to love yourself as well. Learn to care for yourself. If you don't love and respect yourself, no one will. All right, so basically, yeah, love, while is it a big concept and beautiful concept, at the same time know how to love. Train yourself how to love right. Okay, and try not to boss around and try not to choke people out, you know, try to get into a personal space, because people, they have different lives. They have their personal life, they have their, you know, married life, they have their friends and whatnot. So when people, they're having their personal moment, space, give them that space, you know. If you can respect their space and their, you know, things, their hobbies, like for example, like perfume, this fragrance thing, you know, many people, many of my friends, they get really annoyed. They're like, oh my god, how much more we have to say about this? You always talk about fragrances, you know. Some people, they really understand, they understand my passion. Like my best friends, they understand, they appreciate, they push me, they support me, right? But the thing is, if you can really like understand one's thing, you know, like their feelings, and then, you know, you can leave them alone for that particular amount of time, they're going to be able to appreciate that later, more likely. You know, if you choke down people, more likely they're going to cheat, they're going to like back down, they're going to be annoyed, they're going to lose interest in you, and then it's just going to be like a dead relationship that carries on forever, like the potato. So don't be a potato, be a human being, right? So today, as you know, I'm not feeling all that well, since I mentioned in the beginning, but I was really pumped up. I really want to talk about a few things, and maybe I'll be doing tonight maybe a review as well. So I have something on my mind. So you guys take care. Thanks for listening. Let me hear your thoughts as well. Have a nice day. Bye bye.